Welcome to round one of this 2020 100% Series Championship. As we look at the grid for round one, Latifi and Raikkonen making up the back row then, followed by Ricciardo and Sainz, both disappointed with their sessions. Same with their teammates, Ocon behind Lando Norris, 14th went to Giovinazzi with Lance Stroll 13th, Romain Grosjean 12th, and just outside the top 10 was Sergio Perez. Kevin Magnussen a late for the top 10 performance for a back running team. Leclerc lines up alongside in 9th, Kvyat doing well in 8th, Hamilton disappointed in 7th, Russell was a major shock of quality, P6, not the conditions perfect, Gasly alongside him, a Red Bull in the second row, Albon behind Verstappen, and on pole then, Bottas in second, and Vettel at the top. Which one of these drivers can take the victory? Let's find out over the course of these next 58 laps. This is going to be absolutely insane. It's going to be dry, and wet again. Absolutely insane. Expect a lot of action and some LFL bottles as well. This is the Australian Grand Prix. 5 red lights. And we go green here in Melbourne. It is a fairly decent start, but immediately we're actually going to get pipped by Valtteri Bottas there, and Verstappen's going to try and get around the outside as well, and he does. We're going to get a hit from Albon. It's a good start though for Bottas and Verstappen, who take the lead. We drop down to 3rd. We've done Sebastian Vettel very bad then. Here comes Albon now. Albon's going to try and go for the move on the inside. Would he get it done? Not quite. As we head through for the first time, we're going to be rounding these corners another 57 times after this time. So yeah, it's going to get very, very chaotic indeed. So then, we're about to cross the line to start lap 5. Bottas and Verstappen and clearing off ahead of Sebastian Vettel at the moment. Here comes Alex Albon now. He's going to try and go right around the outside. It doesn't quite work. And there's a bit of contact there, and Hamilton now joining the party. Albon, it's going to be moments before he's going to make this move. Here he comes, down the inside. We're going to try our best to defend, and he's going to go up the track. We have to push off Hamilton, because Albon went really deep into the corner. We get a warning for a collision with Hamilton, but there's not much we could do there. And the clouds forming then over Albert Park. It's probably another lap, and it's a huge slide. As I was about to say, the conditions are deteriorating. It's only going to be like another lap before we hit inters. We might even have to do it this lap. It just depends how significant the rain is. Now it is surely going to be time to box now. Yes, it's definitely going to be time. DRS is disabled as well. So 10 laps in, we have a first stint of rain. Albon then, just ahead of us. We've got a little bit of a run then. We might be able to get the move. A very risky move it would be on the outside here. We're going to go for it. We're going to go for the outside line. We've gone deep though. And we're straight off. Albon goes through. Probably going to extend the gap. And maybe here comes Hamilton as well. Hamilton's got a load of pace. He's going to go for the move on the inside. How has he got that much pace in these conditions? We're just going to try and hold him off. Oh, it's really wet. Oh, it's really, really, really wet. Big tank slapper. We're just about going to make it to safety, and yeah, I don't know who'd be foolish enough to stay out another lap here. Into the box we come. Wow. Chaotic opening to this race then, we expect another 48 laps of chaos. Spray is really significantly picked up, then we're going to maybe try and go for the move here on Albon. We dive down the inside, just about cuts us off, that's fair enough. We weren't quite down the inside there, not quite enough, as Albon's still ahead. He's done a valiant job defence here. He's been defending like an absolute demon. As we could touch the rear, they nudge. And we're just about going to make it through to start lap 14. It's still Bottas and Verstappen in the top. We are 4th with Albon obviously right ahead of us. Hamilton's dropped back a bit. Gasly doing well. And Russell is still in the points for now. So good stuff for Williams, that would be. As we're just following Albon then down through into turn 1 and 2, the spray is picking up more and more and more. It's going to get wetter and wetter from here. Albon still defending as the spray continues to pick up. We might not be that far away from wets, to be fair. We might have the run here to make more contact. That's big contact. Surprised that wasn't front wing damage. And we've got a bit of a run. We've got the run down the inside. This is the best chance we've had all race to get the move back, and we do it. Back into P3, back into a podium position. And we look quite good in the rain here compared to the dry. We're back to P3. So the lead is now coming into the box. I mean, we can't lose much in this race. We're going to try something risky. We're going to try and stick it out there for another lap maybe, or maybe even try and stick it out there for the entirety of the heavy rain period, because it could help as we are surely now going to take the lead. Yes, we do, as we start lap 17. This might be the most dumbest L for L strategy you'll ever see, but yeah, it's L for L, so what do you expect? Will this pay off? Let's find out. And the conditions really deteriorating. I'm more regretting this decision. Only one lap later, we're right off the track there. Saving the lawnmower job. We've done it for them as we head down along this back straight. Usually these next corners would be like 170, 160 miles per hour. Instead, in these wet conditions, under 100 as we make it through on lap 18 of 58, 40 more to run. And this could be one of the worst decisions you've ever seen. But I'm in Ferrari, so... Yeah, and there we go then. Bottas and Verstappen right queued up behind us. It's a matter of seconds at this point. Here comes Bottas to the inside. He's going to go for the move. He's on the wet part of the track. He's going to outbrake himself. Oh, he's straight on. Yellow flags fly as Bottas absolutely outbraking himself. We're going to hold on to the lead for a little longer now. Bottas... He's not slipped out of the fight, of course, because we're probably going to hold up Verstappen enough for him to regain the chance of the lead. We're going off the track now. We've got a big tank slapper. Verstappen might try it on the outside. He doesn't want to go into the really, really, really wet bit, though. Even with the monsoon tyres, they still wouldn't be able to clear that much water. It's absolutely insane here at Albert Park as we make it through the left and through the right now. Conditions just deteriorating further and further, and Verstappen's going to have a pretty good run at us heading through here then. We're nowhere near halfway through the race, and there's already been so much action as we now hurtle down towards the second to penultimate corner. Then the penultimate corner's got barely any grip. That could cause us problems towards the end of the race, and, well, right now, as we flick it through, bit of an oversteering moment. And yeah, our engineer just trying to abuse us. Here comes Verstappen down the inside. We're going to try and send it round the outside to hold the lead. How have we pulled that off when these tyres just cannot take it anymore? Wow. And we're only a couple corners later, and Verstappen's already got another run at us. He's going to try it on the outside here. We can maybe just try and run him a little bit wide. We're going to go deeper onto the really wet bit. And again, it just proves you can't go on that bit. Verstappen with a fantastic switchback move. Look at the spray as Verstappen takes the lead. And this is going to be awful for us unless we are going to try and go for it. Surely not. That's not going to work. We make contact. Yeah, that was never going to work. Lucky it wasn't worse than that. Verstappen takes the lead. And these conditions are torrid for these intermediates. The water exceeding the tread, aquaplaning is happening. And we got yellow flags. Oh, another safety car! Safety cars are out. Esteban Ocon has parked it up down in Sector 3, and we're hearing he's beached it in the gravel while trying to pull off with a mechanical failure. So this could be a fairly lengthy safety car, and this could absolutely change the complexion of the whole race. Wow, on lap 21 of 58 then, safety cars are out. Now, I mean, I don't know, maybe the conditions are starting to improve, but should we go on to the full wets? Because Inters right now are just impossible. We'll just have to see. And there is stricken Renault of Esteban Ocon. So we do indeed box onto the full wet tyres, the monsoons as they're sometimes known as. We are going to hold P5, 19 cars still in this race. This is going to be a cracking restart. Still under safe car conditions, but we're returning to the intermediate tyres because our race engineer is saying it's starting to dry up, and you can kind of physically see that less spray, but everyone else pitting. Actually no, there's Hamilton. So here we go then. Green flags will fly when Verstappen gets to the line. We go racing once again. No overtaking yet. None. No! We're back underway here at Albert Park in Australia. Good restart from Verstappen. We're going to go a little bit deep into turn 1. No biggie though. We know this car's got potential in the intermediate conditions. And yeah, this could be a cracking phase of the race. Oh, there's Verstappen, we're closed in. We could maybe go for the move here. This is going to be risky, there's a bit of contact. And we barge our way through to take the lead there. We get a warning, but it's hard, clean racing. And now, there's the rain. The rain has completely stopped. We're going to risk it. We're going to try and put ourselves in a position where we could get a huge advantage. Onto the dry tyres we will go. Onto the mediums we'll go. Because we don't know how long this dry stint will be before it turns wet yet again. Could this be another L for L bottle? Probably. Oh, yes, definitely still into it. Sliding. Whoops, big moment there. Down at turn 3. And Giovinazzi trying to get around the outside of us. We're going to squeeze him out. And that is Alwyn there, who's had an awful race. And so, yeah, it's definitely starting to dry out. Where are we going to come out? I think everyone has pitted. And, oh, Go TV! Go TV stays out. Could this be genius or absolute L for L moment? Go TV losing back to time. He's actually really held up Verstappen. We're back in the fight for the lead. Is he going to get in the way of us? So we're going to have to send it with 3 wide. There's Verstappen. Hip and shoulder action. We're going to get the move down the inside. Fantastic racing here in Australia. The land of kangaroos. Wow. And so we've got a purple middle sector there at the start of lap 32. Here comes Verstappen. And again, this car in the dry just doesn't have a lot of pace. There's a bit of a tap there heading into the opening corner. We're rubbing wheels. We're going to try and squeeze Verstappen as much as we can without getting a warning or anything. But Verstappen's going to try and hold it as Danny Kvyat gets the fastest lap of the Australian Grand Prix so far. That is exceptional stuff. Absolutely insane. As we're going to just about hold on to the lead. Verstappen is right there, though. Anything can still happen. We've still got a big chunk of this race to go. We lead Verstappen. Perez is in third. Anything could happen. So, sunny conditions here. The clouds are starting to rise and look less threatening at the moment. Verstappen then back to the outside he'll go. Great battle we're having with Red Bulls this race. We had Albon holding us off for the first 15 laps, and now Verstappen trying to actually attack us here. Quite the opposite, as he's trying to get through Hamilton with the fastest lap, so we get another warning. We're on the outside. Can we do something about this? Are we going to just replicate our move from the last lap? We do. Got a little bit of a buffer then over Verstappen, but that could instantly disappear, and it has. He must be burning all his energy and his fuel as they're going to try and dive it down the inside here. Very scary bit. The outside, I mean, you can sweep it around there, but we have to have a lot of bravery. And so Verstappen's going to go for another move on us as we start lap 34. Who will lead the lap? It will be Verstappen, in fact. Lap 34, led by Verstappen. And he actually has the move then. We can't really fight that back. Is he going to hold on to the lead from here on out until where we know the car is a lot stronger? Heading down to the third corner. We're going to try and absolutely send it. What have we done? We're going to collide this contact. Do we both keep it in the right direction? Just about. My oh my. That will go down for a while. Another look at it and oh, so lucky. On board with Verstappen, big tap. None of that was his fault, but luckily we keep it both going. Look how Perez has been dragged into this now. Perez could be in the fight here. The gap is, fairly minuscule now because of this scary moment we had. Perez could capitalise in this one. It's going to be very exciting. And here comes Verstappen then, down into the third sector, through the first of the two medium-speed right-handers. We're going to try and shovel him out. And here we go then, through the second. Perez is going to capitalise. Perez into second. Perez takes P2 in his BWT Racing Point. And we are about to start lap 36 then. These mediums still feeling okay, as Perez is going to go for the move on the outside, like Verstappen has in the last few laps. We are going to now... contact! Whoops! That was a close moment. That was like a touring car contact. And we both keep it going. Verstappen's going to go down the inside. It's going to be really tight. And Perez and Verstappen collide. Oh, big contact. Damage for Perez. That might not be good. And you can see here. There's the contact. And here we go then. Oh, drawing it down the inside. There's more contact. And we've got a pile up. And this could be a safety car. And that was a dramatic hit there. Just a bit of contact. Spun him round. And the safety cars are out for the second time. Crucial moment. We are wasting so much time here, just weaving for the past minute or two. Totally happened with a 5-second penalty after that incident with Perez on the lap before the safety. We go green now. Green flags, back out there. Down into turn 1 we go, and Verstappen is immediately going to be right on our backside. We head then on lap 40. We are approaching the close of this race, and as you see, like and subscribe for more great content like this. Enough of me yapping here because Verstappen, squeezing us, and Ricciardo was there as well. Very, very, very scary moment as he headed down into turn 3. As we've got a bit of front wing damage now. I think that might have been with the contact we might have had earlier with Max Verstappen. And here comes Verstappen now. Oh, he's trying to dive it down the inside. Wasn't much room there. We somehow held it. DRS has been disabled as the rain falls once again, and what a difference 3 laps can make, changing from sunny intervals to dark clouds. As we are probably going to box this lap. It is ourselves and Verstappen, a Clerk, our teammate, in third, which is actually net second with the penalty. And so we have dropped to third. Then Daniel Ricciardo takes the lead then, as we're going to try and go for a nice little move down the straight. Ferrari versus AlphaTauri. And here we go then, we're going to try for the move for the lead. We're onto the wet bit though, that's not going to really benefit us much. As we dive it down, there's a bit of contact. That's okay. I mean, it's not okay for our race because we lose a bit of time. But hard, clean racing, that's what we love to see here at the Australian Grand Prix. And so Ricciardo then has all the spray being piffed out of the rear of his Renault then. The Australian at his own Grand Prix. Imagine if he won this one. We're going to try and ruin their hopes though. Trying it down the inside. Not enough grip there. Ricciardo holding it round the outside. Boy, this Renault looks really strong. Being a nuisance to us at this one. We're going to barge and nudge. We're going to try and go down the inside. Oh, contact. Wow. We're going to give that place back because that was a bit of probably a bit too feisty. On lap 48, 58, 10 to go, we're going to immediately tuck right in behind, maybe look for a move. And look for the move we shall do. We're going to maybe go for it on the outside, as we have done for the past 4 laps then. And Ricciardo goes for a boisterous defence, nearly pushing us off the track there. Really hard racing, but still fair enough. We finally make a move, counted legal. And so, yeah, the conditions really starting to deteriorate. We're going to actually pit now for the wet tyres to take us through to the end of the race. This will be our 6th stop. Just realising Lando and Antonio, both with 7 stops, so you get a bit squabbly there. And as we head down into the penultimate corner, we've lost it! Down at the penultimate corner, we've absolutely bent it at Albert Park. And Daniel Ricciardo, can he take the lead? We're off the racing line. He can. We have no grip with dirt on the tyres, and we were off the racing line where puddles are continuously forming bigger and deeper. So an awfully dramatic moment as we're back in the spray, which has just gotten so much worse. These conditions are quite difficult even on the monsoon extreme, full wet compound. As we're going to maybe try it down the inside again here, it's just not possible with the lack of grip we have right now. As we send it down this long main straight to start lap 54 of 58. It's just going to be a great final few laps. We've just got to find a way to get back past and to keep our noses clean as we head through turn 1 and turn 2. We've got a pretty decent run here. Battery being used. We have got the slipstream again. Ricciardo giving us the inside line this time. We can't quite capitalise it. It's too wet. The brake, we would have just absolutely outbroken ourselves there. As we're going to try and send it down the inside. This might work. It's a great move from us there, I must say. On that wet bit, very risky. And so here we go then. It's been an hour and 40 minutes since the start of the race. We start the final lap into turn 1 and we got a penalty! And the gap is just about 3 seconds between me and Ricciardo. What an ending this could be. We've had an L for L bottle to the extreme. I cannot believe it. You could not have believed it. You could not have foreseen this. We're going to have to absolutely push. getting some support in the chat as well from Italiano Pookie Bear. Thanks for that. As we head now down at the end of the first sector, the gap has gone up to 3.6 seconds. At the moment, we'd win by less than a second, despite racing for 100 minutes straight. As we now head down through the whole track is just sodden at this point. Danny Kvyat looks set to take a podium here, which will be absolutely amazing. It's just about who's going to win. We've got a big slidey moment there, out of the chicane, down the back straight, then through the little kink of the left-hander. The spray just absolutely pouring out of the Ferrari. Then we're going to get another track limits warning. That's okay though, because we're not going to get another penalty from that. But the gap has gone up a bit more then, and this lap has been entirely locked in while I've been yapping. Through the first right-hander then, and through the second right-hander we're going to go nice and neat. We've seen mistakes here countless times in the wet conditions here, and how are we going to take this one then? We're going to go nice, we've got a big slide! Oh, I thought that could have been us over there. But rounding the final corner here at Albert Park, a long race, a difficult race, but the checkered flag falls just in time for us as we win round one. What a race that was then. An absolutely stunning 100 minutes of action then. We will take the win for Ferrari. We got the win here in real life in 2018, so a couple years later, and we've done just that. A great race, and we got the win by 2.1 seconds to Daniel Ricciardo. He'll be elated with that progress he's made. That's absolutely insane. From the 9th row to P2. Fantastic. Danny Kvyat taking the podium as well for AlphaTauri. This is just a really mixed up, jumbled result then. Sergio Perez is next. Besides, Hamilton's the first, normal suspect with the fastest lap then as well. Verstappen and Charles Leclerc. George Russell did bring home points, as did Romain Grosjean. Valtteri Bottas just out the points with Lance Stroll, Kimi Raikkonen, Pierre Gasly, Albon, Norris, Giovinazzi. They both had 7 stops. Albon, Norris, Giovinazzi then, Magnussen, Latifi with 7 stops. That helped our race as well. And Ocon with 2 stops. Your only non-finisher in a dramatic, chaotic race. Championship standings, the drivers as they came across the line, with the constructors, Ferrari with an 11-point buffer over Red Bull.